Good morning, welcome to Breakfast with Naga Munchetty and Charlie State.
Our headlines today. Good morning, it's Saturday the 1st of May. Our top story is that care home residents in England are going to be allowed to go out for walks or visit friends and relatives in their gardens from Tuesday without having to self-isolate for 2 weeks on their return.
The government says it's updated its guidance in light of the success of the vaccination programme and falling coronavirus infection rates.
Now, campaigners had threatened legal action, arguing that residents' human rights were being breached. Here's more from our social affairs correspondent, Alison Holt. The DJ, Fatboy Slim, will headline a rave for thousands of music lovers today as part of a government pilot scheme to test how large-scale events can happen safely when lockdown restrictions are further eased.
It's taking place in a warehouse in Liverpool. Our reporter, Mairead Smith, is outside one of the testing centres.
Celebrities, including Sir Elton John, Liz Hurley and Sir Lenny Henry, have joined forces to tackle coronavirus vaccine hesitancy and misinformation in a new video.
It comes as latest figures show 95% of over 45s in England have received at least one dose of a jab. Abby Spitton has this report. Let's go back to events in India now, and the country has become the first to record more than 400,000 new coronavirus infections in a single day as it struggles to cope with a deadly second wave of the virus.
Our correspondent Davina Gupta joins us.
Just coming up to 6:10 on a Saturday morning. Let's have a look at some of the papers for you and the front pages. We will start absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
It's a very clear indication. If you're one of those people and think maybe you've all done it from time to time, you put something down the sink that you shouldn't, that's where it ends up. That is where, if it comes out of your own drain, then it will end up somewhere and just cause a problem in the system.
What have we got?
Oh, well, we were talking a moment ago because the papers are reporting this morning, as of last night, the way the chart thing works is that you get who's number one in the charts on a Friday night, and Sir Tom Jones has smashed the records, and we suggested to him, we talked for a while, and we said, I know it's early in the morning, and I know, but you're Tom Jones. Would you give us a little number? Here's what happened. Ben, thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Let's see, 17 minutes past 7 right now. 100,000 jobs created through action on climate change and a commitment to a second independence referendum. That is the promise from the Scottish Greens ahead of elections next week.
Can it give the party the breakthrough it hopes for? Well, let's talk now to the party's. Officers will continue to search woodland this morning following the murder of a police community support officer in Kent. Linda, Chris, thank you so much.
Hey, we all just did the same thing, didn't we? What time is it now? 9:32. Recover yourself. You're watching BBC Breakfast, and we're here until what time?
I tell you what, you never really want to imagine 10 o'clock. You never really want to imagine any of our colleagues and friends naked.
Let's not even say the words. That's not some of the practicalities. And I caution what I'm saying immediately by saying that those family members, those loved ones, will be the people who care most for their family member who's in a care home. When they leave the care home to go to a public park or a garden or spend time, what the care home is definitely doing is trusting those family members to do the right thing, that they're not going to get home, get to the garden, say, do you know what, it's a bit cold, let's go indoors. There is a big level of trust here. And as I say right at the beginning, I say, obviously, these are the people who care most about the...
Mark, thank you very much for your time. That's Mark Adams there, Community Integrated Care, from Community Integrated Care. I should just say, the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, did say with the data continuing to head in the right direction and as restrictions ease, it is my priority, Boris Johnson speaking, to keep increasing visits for residents in the coming weeks in a safe and controlled way.
Bank holiday weekend, of course, 9:50. Ben, how's it looking for everyone across the weekend?
Morning.
I'll show you sometime. You'll be very disappointed.
Thanks for building me up to that, Ben. It's a joy.
I'll see you soon.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Ben. Thanks.
You too. Bye.
So the reason we're asking Ben about that is because some people were dancing last night. It was a weekend of dancing for some people in Liverpool. You may have seen this story. 3,000 people gathered. There's another one happening today in a warehouse. The idea was to get people together, all part of an experiment to see if events can work with social distancing and many measures in place.
Yeah, but there wasn't social distancing when they were dancing. They could dance as close together as they wanted. It's all legal, above board. It's part of a series of pilot events to test the ground for bringing back gigs, nightclubs and festivals.
There was a similar event happening yesterday, and one of the DJs, I'm delighted to say, Samaria